there, Sagittarius. I hope you guys are doing wonderfully. I'm going to go ahead and get into your reading for the last portion of August 2020. My apologies for this being a little bit late. I've had legit technical issues on my end. Switched phones and everything went to crap. So I am here to do this now. And I have internet again, or at least internet that's not spotty now, so I can upload these. But yeah, let's get into your reading for August 2020. Okay, so you have some cards coming out here, Sag. The Moon. 10 of Cups. 5 of Cups. One more. Or 2. Death card. And the Knight of Swords in reverse. Bottom of the deck, Justice. Let me get my chopstick, because Lord knows I love a chopstick. So, with this energy, are you releasing something because it's not like, with the 5 of Cups in reverse and Justice here in reverse, are you releasing something because you have to? Is it kind of like that crucial point where if you were to continue to feel a certain way about somebody or your interactions with them or trying to continue forward, it's almost as if that like puts you in a, it ties you and connects you to a place in yourself where you know you're not moving forward. It's like a stagnancy, and it's almost, what I'm feeling here is it's like you're making the decision to move away from that because otherwise you see it as something that would be self-imposed. Is that making sense for some of you? It's like you've been inside some situation with somebody where the honesty, the truth, the connection, the way that communication happens isn't for you. There's too much confusion, and no matter how much you love this person, this could be a family member, not just a lover, you know, a family friend, somebody that has been in your life for a long time where there has been contentment, but right at this point, it's not fair, it's not equal. It's almost as if like letting it go and releasing it might be a better situation than trying to hold on to a situation because it once held love or connection. With the Death card, it's about a transformation, but yes, a transformation and an ending to that situation, but also when you allow yourself to experience that or separate yourself so you're no longer experiencing that or living in that view, it's like a full body transformation. It's a positive thing. Internal, external, your surroundings, whatever it may be. And that may bring conflict and confrontation to a situation. It may bring a lot of negativity. It may bring a lot of questions that need answers, you know, in regard to a communication. Again, you could be dealing with an air sign. Well, again, you could be dealing with an air sign here. Aquarius, Gemini, Libran energy. But communication seems like it's off. And if it's a situation where you're just not communicating with somebody, yes, that means it's off. But even if you are having communication with this person, it feels off. It feels like somebody is acting out of, it's not a good space to be communicating in, you know. So I would say to speed up the process, it might be good to feel better about moving forward without this person. And it feels like some of you are kind of in your feelings right now, Sagittarius, when it comes to this energy that I'm feeling. It's like, should I let it go completely? Should I just maintain this situation? How can I fix it? You can't fix another person, you know. This is going to have to be them. And it seems as if like they are fighting it, you know. So you have to do you, right? This deck. Let's clarify a little bit here. Could be dealing with a Pisces, again, an air sign, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Show me the moon here for Sagittarius. Show me the moon. You have the 3 of Swords coming out in reverse for the moon. You also have the Queen of Swords upright. So air energy, very, very prominent in this reading. This is an evaluation of what you've experienced, but it's also something where you can release it. You're already in that mindset. It feels like you're just kind of taking the next steps to do so, to solidify it. And maybe that's the scary part, because it's kind of like a final ending here, like some situation of like a finality that needs to happen, but still is bringing conflict here. Show me the 10 of Cups. You have Temperance. So yeah, I mean, kind of like what I said initially, if you're trying, and 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, if you're trying to consider salvaging something because it's either a family member, a dear friend, somebody that's been in your life for a really long time, the interest and intention is very much like, can I balance this out? Can we make this better? But in reality, it doesn't feel like that. It feels like overall you will need to remove yourself from this. Show me the 5 of Cups. You have the High Priestess coming through. And you have the 10 of Swords. So reality is setting in, things that maybe you've felt on an internal level that are not, you know, you would rather keep them to yourself, coming through, but also within that mind space, within that heart space. Remember where you may have been mistreated or misguided, or, you know, there's just a lot of negativity between you and a person. You know, you have some pretty heavy energy here with this person. Lack of communication, lack of equal communication, lack of fair communication. The Knight of Swords in reverse is, it's a hothead, but they're not the greatest. They're very, they can be verbally abusive, sometimes mentally abusive. You know, they are very rash in the way that they respond to things, and just not the easiest personality to deal with. Very apt and prone to fighting. Show me the Death card. So you have the Knight of Cups in reverse with the Death card. With the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So with that energy of the Knight of Cups here in reverse, this is an ending to an emotional connection with somebody. You know, it's a finality within the emotional connection with somebody. And I will say too, I'm feeling a lot of depression that is coming with this, and whether that be your own process in releasing this, just know that that's a piece of the puzzle that you may have to go through. I wanted to say like the vetting phase, the releasing phase, but what came through was the abandonment phase. That was what spoke very clearly into my left ear, the abandonment phase. That wasn't the word I wanted to say, but that was what I heard. So some of you may be dealing with an energy of feeling abandoned by this, or like abandoning this is something that's bringing a lot of conflict to you. And depression. Emotional states that are not easy to deal with or healthy or comfortable. But nonetheless, with the Death card here, this is a process that needs to happen. You know, try not to brush it away or pretend that it's not something that you're going through. Like, the emotional process is very important to have here, Sagittarius. Oh, here's the deck. Show me the Knight of Swords in reverse for Sag. Okay. So you have the Ace of Wands in reverse, the Empress upright, 6 of Coins in reverse, and then the Sun with the World at the bottom of the deck. So this is most definitely about endings. This is, you know, if... The one thing that I'm picking up here most is, I guess, what people would consider a karmic relationship. All of our relationships are karmic. We're all soulmates. You know, everybody that we engage with on an impactful level in our life is meant to happen. It's an energy that's supposed to be there for our growth and our benefit, and also for that of the person that we're dealing with. You know, not all of us are on the same page. Not all of us are growing at the same rate. Not all of us, not all of our lessons are going to be the same. Most oftentimes they're not. But moving away from this, letting this go, what I'm feeling is like a deep, deep, deep sadness here, you know. And of course, if they're a family member or friend, some of you may even be in a situation with like an adult child or like a teenager where somebody is very, very abusive with their words or destructive in how they express themselves or, you know, function in the home. And there needs to be some distancing here, whether this person is communicating that to you or this is your decision. There's a heaviness that comes with it. You'd have to piece it together for yourself. But through this release of inadequate communication and treatment, I feel that it's something that very much helps you experience more here with the Empress and the Sun. And when I say experience more, it's a new definition of you. It's a defining moment within your life where you it's kind of like a graduation. A lesson has been completed. There's a expansion happening here, but it comes through some significant change and a bit of traumatic energy with somebody. The Six of Coins, though, in reverse, it's like, where is the give and take? Where's the fairness and the connection? If you can't have that type of equality, fairness, just even being treated properly, what is the point of maintaining something like that, and that can be very difficult for people to let go of. Some people would be like, oh, I just let it go. Why would I even want to? Some people can do that. I have a hard time with that, just because if I invest in somebody or they're part of my family or like even a deep soul connection, I care about people. I don't want them to just go or me have to shun them, but sometimes we do. Sometimes we have to release. May not be forever, but the transformation is being presented here for you, Sagittarius, and for the person that you're experiencing this with. It's almost as if different pathways are kind of like happening here. But positivity for both throughout, And when I say positivity, I generally am talking about like it's going to suck, it's going to hurt, but there's positivity through that. There are things that you gain through that, so be conscious of it. Show me here. I want you to show me the moon. Show me the moon. Okay, so we have 3 cards popping out. You have enmeshment fear, oversensitivity to being controlled or losing one's identity. Growing apart, moving in different directions, emotional distance. And you also have financial issues in reverse. Poor financial choices, obsession with money. Well, I'm not going to read these in reverse. I don't feel like I need to. Financial issues with a person. Some of you may be dealing with somebody who doesn't communicate all of what they're doing. They may have taken from you, and this is enough, but again, kind of like that, letting somebody go, really allowing them to release from your life, that enmeshment, here we have the fear of enmeshment. It's releasing it, Show me, what do we need to see here? Show me the 10 of Cups and Temperance. So you have neediness and twin flame, and like I said earlier, twin flames, spiritual partner, soulmate, karmic, all of that. I know people have a lot of distinction in what they feel, but to me, energetically, they all feel very similar, very, very similar. It's we're all here to do work with each other. Oftentimes we're going to want to like paint it to look a certain way or designate it to be experienced in a certain way. But with these types of connections, that's not reality. And even if you are in like a life partnership with the right person for you, there's going to be challenges. There's going to be problems. I don't know why people don't see that or want to see that or want to accept that, but that's part of life. That's part of connection. So just be open to that. Anyways, reunion of the soul, tonal mates, soul flame, same soul frequency, for a twin flame. And then the other card that came out with this is neediness, clinging, unrealistic expectations. That is more so in alignment with what I'm feeling here with the 10 of Cups and the Temperance card, where it's like we're still trying to balance an energy out or trying to make it okay or trying to hang on to it to see if we can, reshape it in some way. I don't necessarily feel that coming off as neediness. It may come off as neediness in your situation or some form of codependency, but clinging unrealistic expectations. The unrealistic expectations is more so what's getting me right now, just because if you've seen something go down in a certain way over and over and over again, and that hasn't changed or shifted, then what is it about you that is holding on to that situation? You know, Sag? Because the person is trying their hardest to show you what they are capable of and incapable of, and they just need you to believe them, you know. So don't just because there is a lot of care and love between you, or has been, don't sugarcoat it to hurt yourself. Show me the 5 of Cups in reverse. Wow, you guys are like getting a lot of these messages out with this stuff. So okay, let's see here. You have mindfulness, pay attention to your thoughts. Good. Placating. Someone is trying to appease the other party or appease another. You have rejection of fear, oversensitivity of being abandoned or rejected, or abandoning or rejecting somebody. Do you remember when I said, I feel like I said in the beginning, abandonment phase? Abandonment phase, that's what's popping out here. Oblivious, time to pay attention. Don't override your thoughts or your, intuition to do something, Sagittarius. If you feel that moving away from this is for you, do it. Do it, do it, do it. It helps you heal on a lot of levels. It helps you on a lot of levels. At the bottom of the deck, you also have on the fence, someone is unable to make a decision. And that's kind of what this whole situation feels like. Show me death. Show me the death card. This is a lot. Oh, those are the ones. All right, so the death card, integrity. Act in love, act with conscience. Most definitely if you're ending something. Codependent, here we go. Unhealthy attachment, most definitely. Let that go. Loyalty, allegiance, fidelity, faithfulness. And yes, and that's kind of what this whole thing is kind of fighting about in my energy here. And then complacency at the coming out as well. Someone is becoming a little too comfortable. Complacency. Do not allow yourself to be complacent here. And at the bottom of the deck, karmic partner, difficult soulmate, reactivity generates karma. This is what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, it's like a roundabout way, but this is what I'm talking about. Show me the Knight of Swords in reverse here for this person. For Sagittarius, or the person Sagittarius is dealing with. Predator. Beware of intentions. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, optimism, staying positive and hopeful, that somebody will change their ways. This feels like this person is in this energy. And again, like I said, they will change as they are meant to change. Your mission and progress and path is your own. Move as you choose to, move as you will. Be conscious of the things that are creating blockages in your life, especially when it comes to you moving away from something. I feel like you're right at that pivotal point where you can step away from this and actually do it with being effective with it. You're effective in how you move away from this. Doesn't mean like you have to shut the doors completely 100%, but for now, whatever this is between you, there's too much emotional confusion that's being here with this right now. So is there any more advice for Sagittarius? Is there any more advice for Sagittarius, please? Hang on. Yeah, see, you guys have the King of Swords popping out in reverse here. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Empress again. So what energy are you truly trying to nurture here? Sagittarius, if you're dealing with the King of Swords in reverse, this person is cold, they're disconnected, they're cut off. Oftentimes they're not going to see their part of a situation. They have no interest in seeing that. You can't change their mind. It's hard to communicate with them. They belittle, they're mean, they're cold, they're rude to you and other people that they should care about. Like, not the best type of energy. And again, air sign energy. So very, very likely that some of you are dealing with a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, okay? But with the Empress upright, you have her here twice, and she also came out with the Sun. Like, wherever there is inequality, that is not where you should be. That is not where you should be. It's where you should be. It's where you were with this person to create this lesson in your life so you can let it go, but it's also not where you need to stay anymore, you know, and especially with the Empress and the Sun coming out, like really, really potent energies. Also, there may be an issue here where this is all going on and somebody may be pregnant as well. I will say that that might be something for very, very slim few of you. That might be something that is here. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it here, Sag. I hope that this was helpful. If it was, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And if you choose to donate, there's a link in my description box below. And if you wanted a personal reading, you can contact me at thealtruisticmystic@gmail.com. All right, take care, Saggies. Bye-bye.